Spider-Man, 1990s. Another show that all of you, I'm pretty sure, recognize. A lot of people remember this show for the catchy theme song, things like that. A lot of people say this is the best depiction of Venom. I don't know about that, but that's what a lot of people like. When a lot of people think Venom, like non people that know his origin and things like that. But a lot of people that do, they think of this version of Venom. You know what I mean? Because I think this is a pretty good depiction of Venom. But this show is not aged well. It's aged even worse than X-Men. At the time of its release, it was one of the best cartoons you could watch. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen the episode. I can truly tell you I've seen every episode of Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And I thought that even more so than most superhero TV shows, whether it be animated or not, this had probably the best ending of them all. You know what I mean? And I thought the show was perfect. Like seriously perfect, minus the fact it hasn't aged well. Like, this would be higher if it had replay value, because you cannot watch the show now. At least X-Men you can kind of watch now, but you really can't watch this show at all. And just let me run down a little bit. It's pretty much what you know about Spider-Man. You know what I mean? They had all the Rogues Gallery. You know what I mean? A lot of people argue that Spider-Man has the best Rogues Gallery in all of superhero comic books. And you know what? This honestly, they may be right. It had all of them though. Everyone you can think of, from Kingpin to Tombstone, they all were in this show. And my favorite arc of the show though is when Peter was starting to mutate even further, and then he became the full-fledged monster. I thought that was like at the time, I wanted to see, man, like, oh my god, I could not wait to the next, like, when he transformed in that warehouse and then he was about to jump on Mary Jane. I think like my head almost exploded. I really wanted to see that next episode. And what's another one? What's another good one? I like the 4-part one with Venom. They really delved into why Eddie Brock hates Peter so much, why everything like that. And I just thought the show was really well done. I liked Carnage. I like how they introduced Carnage. I like Doctor Strange and Wong on the show, how they were used. Like, they were, like, you saw them when you saw Mordo, who was also in an important arc on the show, because that's how they wrote off Venom. When Mordo was trying to resurrect, I don't want to spend too much time on each show, but I feel like I will. When Mordo was trying to resurrect Dormammu, they used Eddie Brock's made-up girlfriend on the show, Ashley. They used her soul, for the urn, and he decided to help Peter. You know what I mean? Because he knew where Mordo was hiding and all that stuff. And him, Iron Man, and Spider-Man, which is another good cameo on the show. Iron Man and Spider-Man both went and helped Eddie save his girlfriend. But then they opened up the portal to what I was going to say. They opened up the portal to the Dormammu's dimension. I forget what it's called. Somebody help me. And the only way to close the portal is Carnage had to go in too. You know what I mean? And Venom forced Carnage into the portal. Like, they both went in the portal together. And then he had to leave his girlfriend. It was a pretty sad moment. The Green Goblin was also done well here. Except Harry. I didn't really like Harry as the Green Goblin on the show. All in all, man, I thought it was pretty cool. My only problem with the show, there was no Gwen Stacy at all. But fine, whatever. Another problem I had with the show, and the fact that it didn't age well also. Man, like the Captain America episodes with the Red Skull, the X-Men crossover, even Hydro Man, if y'all believe that, was pretty cool on this show. Like, I feel like this. I feel like with his power though, there's no way, this is just a problem I have in general. I feel like with his power, there is no way that Peter is able to beat him. You know what I mean? He could be everywhere at one time. I'm just saying. But all in all, man, this was a great show. On to number 7. Oh man, Teen Titans. Bet all y'all didn't expect that to be on a 22-year-old's list, but it's a fun show, man. Like of all the shows on here, the most fun show definitely. I mean, it had a lot of action, a lot of cameos from Nova Titans villains, and the storylines are very deep. You know, even judging it was a kid show. A great example of that would be the storyline they did with Tara, which is, by the way, the only time I've ever liked Tara was on this show. She shows up one day, she helps the Titans and all that stuff. They move into the house. She becomes very close with Beast Boy, and one of the things of that nature. Little did they know she was a double agent for Deathstroke, who they call Slade on the show. For obvious reasons, they didn't want to, they just used his first name because they didn't want to call him Deathstroke. Came on Child's Network, and sorry, I'm eating at the same time. And in the end, she had to make a choice between what she's been bred to do and who her friends were. It was a very deep storyline, man. It really was. And not only that, we had like little fun episodes with Queen Bee and some of the Titans East. Like Speedy actually makes an appearance, and or Red Arrow, excuse me. Kid Flash makes an appearance on the show. It's just a pretty dope show. It had the big story arc with Trigon and Raven. You know, the whole thing there with her being his daughter and all that. You know, her body being the vessel for him to be resurrected, come back to Earth, or come to Earth and take things over. It's a very long arc, man. The movie Tokyo, the what was it, Crisis in Tokyo, Lost in Tokyo, or something like that. I ain't never actually seen that movie, but I hear that's good. All in all, man, Teen Titans is a very fun show. I think all ages can enjoy. The art style is anime, but like, and like it's clearly like favors a kid type art style. You know what I mean, like a manga type art style. But it makes some of the fights like look very epic, and like a lot of the animation is real crisp, man. The fight scenes look crazy. Like, to be real with you, like, wait, excuse me. Some of the dopest fight scenes on the whole show happen between Robin and Slade. It's pretty cool. But yeah, man, Teen Titans, number 7. We trucking along. Number 6 coming up.
Living on the edge, riding crime, spinning webs, swinging from the highest ledge. She could leap above our head. Ah, ah, ah. Villains on the rise and the city's victimized. Looking up with no surprise, arriving in the speed of time. Ah, ah, spectacular, spectacular. Spider-Man. Spectacular, spectacular. Spider-Man. Spectacular. Spectacular, spectacular. Spider-Man. Spectacular, spectacular. Spider-Man.
Spectacular Spider-Man. Everyone's gonna gasp. How dare he have this higher than the show from the 90s? How dare he? It's a better show. um, the animation, it does take some getting used to. Not get me wrong. I mean, with the exception of Doc Ock, by the time I got deep in, and the Green Goblin was kind of off too. But by the time I got deep into the show, I had no problem with how any of the characters look. It's the writing that makes the show so good. You know, Gwen is Pete's love interest in the show, and so is Mary Jane. It's you gotta see it. um, they do the Venom thing. You know, It's just a shame the show got canceled. You know, the Doc Connors thing was cool. How they actually, you know what I mean, it was a good representation of the struggle Doc Connors goes through. You know, I even like how Tombstone was handled, and I also like, and the only reason it's not higher because another show on this list does this better. But I also like how there's a cliffhanger at the end of every episode. Like every episode, you know it's gonna lead to something else. You know what I mean? And this was done to perfection. I love like the best thing about it though was Pete's banter as Spider-Man. Like some of the one-liners and punchlines were like, you know, on par with some old school '90s stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's really dope, man. Spectacular Spider-Man. I really ain't got much to say about it. It's very 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 fun. And here we go. Top five. This is where people are gonna want to kill me, but here we go.